Hey guys, today I'll be answering this question of what's the hardest phase of no contact with your abusive ex. By no contact here, it means that it's that period where you've left the relationship and you're not talking to them, you're not contacting them, you've blocked them, let's say in all social media platforms, you've even cut off some of your mutual friends, and you're just there alone as you plan your way forward. So what's the hardest part? Of course, the hardest part is that initial phase, because in that initial phase, you'll be facing all those negative emotions, loneliness, feelings of emptiness, sadness, feelings of betrayal. Like all those things now will come to you, because that's the moment now when you even start having realizations of the things you didn't think they were abusive, but you now start having realization that actually the you might even remember the day they told you that they were doing this and that, and probably they start now piecing things together and realize that actually they were manipulating you, or actually they had someone else, or actually they were cheating on you. Like those moments now when you are alone is when now you start to realize that actually this thing was even more abusive than you thought it was, or this person was so manipulative right from the beginning, right from the moment they were love bombing you, they were giving you those expensive gifts or taking you to those expensive vacations, or right from the moment they were showing their holy side or their good side, they were manipulative. So the initial stages will actually be very, very painful, because it will be full of realizations, realizations of their extreme manipulative behavior. And also, all these realizations actually are not really because of them. You are now realizing things about you. You are realizing the pain you've actually been through. You actually realize the time you've wasted in quotes, or what you've put yourself through. You start realizing that actually this wound is deeper than I thought. You're now piecing things together. So it's really, really a hard phase in the beginning. And you also start feeling that you want them now. You are realizing that they're manipulative, but at the same time, some part of you wants them back, wants to just call them, to confront them, or just call them to tell them that you are missing them, or just look at their social media to see if they are going on with their life, because there's a part of you which is still craving them. So that initial phase is actually very, very hard, and it's a normal experience when moving on from an abusive relationship. Because also another thing is you start seeing the wounds you were not seeing before. Because something, I want you to imagine that you have a wound in your, say, in your finger, but you couldn't, but this wound has been covered with a dirty bandage. So this wound is actually a deeper wound, but it's because it's been covered with a dirty bandage, you can't really see it for what it is. That's the same thing with the abusive relationship. Yes, it was painful, but it was still covering wounds deep within you. It covered those wounds. So once you start practicing no contact, you start seeing the wounds, because now you've removed the dirty band-aid. You're now starting to actually see that, hey, this wound was actually is starting to take to infect my, let's say, my whole finger. But before you could not really see it, because you were covering it with a dirty bandage. So a dirty bandage is the same as that abusive relationship. They are abusive, but still they keep you from seeing those wounds inside you. But now once you go no contact, you are able to see them. So it may really look hard, but also you may make it easy for yourself. You may make it easy for yourself by now dealing with cleaning the wound, like healing the wound now, because the wound has been exposed by them leaving, or by you leaving the abusive relationship. Now it's your time to heal the wound, not to look for other things to hide the wound again. Hope that makes sense. That's what deep healing is all about. It's all about exposing all those things, all those painful things, all those overwhelming emotions, all those emotional baggage to the surface, so that you can completely heal them. So instead of making it harder for yourself by looking for other things to run away from the pain, face the pain. And the best time to face the pain actually is when you really feel that the pain is in the surface. It's about reading about the pain. No, it's allowing yourself to feel it, or looking for a safe space to process it. Actually, the best clients are those who come at that moment. They've not really They just come when that wound is so exposed, and it's so easy to work with them because you just offer them that space and guide them to process those emotions. Hope that makes sense. It's hard initially because things have been exposed, but you can make it better for yourself by processing those emotions or by healing those wounds. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful day.